সংবাদ।
Assalamu alaikum. 5:15 p.m. This is Bangladesh Betar Rajshahi, broadcasting on the evening of Monday, the 19th of March, the 13th of Shaban, and February the 2nd. The news read by Sayyid Shoaib Abdullah Saqib. Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor and Chief Coordinator of the Referendum Public Awareness Activities, Professor Ali Riaz has said the struggle to build the state is a long one and will not end with the referendum alone. He made the remark while speaking as a chief guest at a discussion meeting on referendum awareness campaigns. Professor Ali Riaz said at least 2 of the 17 amendments made to the Constitution in the past were done to serve the interest of a single individual. He said the time has come to build a truly democratic and accountable state, which is possible only by making the referendum successful. The meeting was organized at the Senate building of Rajshahi University by the University Grants Commission UGC and Rajshahi University. The session was presided over by Rajshahi University Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Saleh Hassan Naqib. Amir of Bangladesh Jamaat Islami Dr. Shafiqur Rahman will visit Rajshahi on a one-day tour on February 5th. On the same day, he will address election rallies in Nougat, Rajshahi and Nator. According to the schedule, he will speak at rallies at 11 a.m. in Nougat, 12:30 p.m. in Chapai-Nawabganj, 2:30 p.m. in Godagari, 4:30 p.m. in Rajshahi and 6:30 p.m. in Nator. Meanwhile, party leaders and activists are in a festive mood ahead of his visit. Jamaat leaders said he will present the party's plans and commitments for Rajshahi while addressing supporters. A training workshop for polling officials has been held ahead of the 13th National Parliamentary Election and the referendum at Belkuchi Upazila in Sirajganj. The workshop took place today at the Belkuchi Upazila Porishad Auditorium. The training was inaugurated by Sirajganj Deputy Commissioner and Returning Officer Muhammad Aminul Islam. He said that after a long gap, voters will get the opportunity to vote and polling centers are expected to see festive participation. He stressed that polling officials must ensure neutrality and efficiency to make the election free, fair and meaningful. The workshop was presided over by Belkuchi Upazila Nirbahi Officer and Assistant Returning Officer Afrin Jahan. District Election Officer Aminur Rahman Mia was also present. Presiding officers, assistant presiding officers and polling officers from different polling centers of Belkuchi Upazila took part in the training. World Wetlands Day has been observed in Nator with the theme Wetlands and Traditional Knowledge Celebrating Cultural Heritage. A discussion meeting was held today at the Nator Press Club Auditorium. The meeting was organized by the Biodiversity Balance Protection Center with support from the Bangladesh Biodiversity Conservation Federation. Speakers said protecting the environment and biodiversity is essential to ensure safe habitats for future generation, and this requires the conservation of wetlands. They also called on the government to form a dedicated authority to protect the environment and biodiversity of the Cholonbil. The Election Commission has imposed restrictions on the movement of certain vehicles for a specific period ahead of the 13th National Parliamentary Election and referendum. Motorcycle movement will remain suspended for 72 hours from February 10th to February 13th. Movement of taxicabs, pickups, microbuses and trucks will be restricted from midnight on February 11th until midnight on polling day. However, the restrictions will not apply to vehicles of law enforcement agencies, armed forces, administration, authorized observers, emergency services and vehicles carrying medicines, medical supplies and newspapers. The government has achieved 100% of its target for internal almond rice procurement in Nougat. According to the Food Department, the target for parboiled rice was 24,434 metric tons, including additional allocation. A total of 3,932 metric tons has been collected. In addition, 3,036 metric tons of paddy have been collected against a target of 3,305 metric tons. District Food Controller Forhat Khandaka said paddy was purchased directly from farmers at 39 taka per kilogram, while parboiled rice was bought from millers at 50 taka per kilogram. Meanwhile, potato harvesting has begun in Nator. The yield is estimated at 20.53 tons per hectare. So far, potatoes have been harvested from 19 hectares of land. Potato cultivation has increased this season with 766 hectares under cultivation compared to 700 hectares last year. And finally, weather. The highest temperature in Rajshahi was 26.3 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature was 11.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 44% at 3 p.m. today. Sunset in Rajshahi and adjacent areas today will be at 5:51 p.m. And that's the end of the news. Our next bulletin will be at 7 p.m. in Bangla.